Hi again, everyone. Okay, so today's Monday, the 1st of February, so a new month. And I think traditionally the old Celtic calendar, we would always have considered this the first day of spring. I know we probably don't follow that calendar anymore, and the first day of spring is March, but I always view February as the start of spring and new beginnings, and you can see the daffodils coming up and everything. So I hope everyone's feeling a little bit brighter today that we have all made it through January, which seemed very, very long. Okay. So I just want to show you in this video, there's a couple of extra tasks that I wanted you to have a look at trying in relation to the timetable task that you would have hopefully had a look at for me last week. If anyone hasn't had a chance to do it, take your time and have a go. See, can you manage it this week? And I'll give you any support I can if you let me know how you're getting on. Okay, so just to show you, there's a couple of extra things in the worksheet that I'm sending out today that I didn't maybe ask you to have a look at in the first lot because I didn't want to overload you and send you everything together. Okay, so I'm just going to insert a table up here to get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna, I think it was 6 by 8. So I'm just going to pop that in. Okay, so I think I had asked you to merge cells for me and to add rows and to add columns, but I'm just going to go over that again just in case. Also, something I may not have pointed out in the first videos relating to tables. If there was something you wanted to do with the entire table, the quickest way to select the whole table is to come to this little symbol here and click on your mouse, and you'll have the whole table selected rather than trying to, you can absolutely click and drag the whole table also, but it's just, I find it's quicker and easier to just click there to select the whole table. Okay, so just to show you then, I'm going to click into the first cell here, and once we are working inside the table, we have these two tabs in the blue become available to us up here, the Table Design tab and the Layout tab. So I'm going to click into the Layout tab, and you can see that we have options in here. So if I highlight that top row, and I'm just going to ask to merge those cells in the top row, then I'm going to pop down here. So I think you had Saturday typed in that cell, and I had asked you to add a row below there. So I'm going to insert below. In the new task I'm sending out, I want you to insert below again. So you should end up with 2 rows below, so 2 rows below the cell that has Saturday and the rest of the text in it. Okay, so what I want you to do there is highlight those 2 rows and merge those cells on the bottom. Okay, and then there's 2 lines of text that I want you to put in there, but I first of all ask you to center your text on the page, and then there's 2 lines of data that I want you to type in there, and you have a few more editing bits and pieces to do, or formatting bits and pieces to do. You have to change the color of the font and a few bits and pieces. So that is what I wanted to show you in there. What else did I want to show you? So add new rows, merge your cells. Oh yeah, something else I wanted to get you to do for me was just to have a check over your spelling and grammar for this activity or for this task. So if I come up here and if I just type in Monday, misspelled Monday. Okay, so if I want to check the spelling and grammar for any document I've created, you come up to our tabs again. So just to remind you, our home tab is where we do the good majority of our work. But if we want to insert a table, a picture, a shape, things like that, we go to our insert tab. So we use that a bit. In the next video, we're going to look at our design tab. But to review the spellings and grammar in your documents, you come along here to the review tab, click on the review tab, and it's the very first option here. So you have various other things there. So thesaurus. So say, for example, I wanted a word, if I had a word maybe in my document that I had repeated a few times and I thought, well, I'd like to see if there's another word I can use there that means the same thing or something similar, but it just changes the document and makes it a bit more interesting that I don't have the same word repeated. You can use your thesaurus for that. Your word count, I suppose, pretty obvious. You can see down here that at the moment my document is just one page and I have 2 words in my document. That's my word count, so fairly simple. If I go to editor here, I click on editor. So it's giving me up one suggestion. So I have one suggestion and that suggestion is in spelling. So if I click on that, it's showing me Monday and my misspelled Monday. And it's giving me options here about what it thinks I was trying to spell. Okay, so I'm just going to click on Monday. And now I have no suggestions. My document is all correct. My spelling, all the ticks here, my spelling and grammar are all okay. It's finished reviewing and everything looks okay. So I can click OK. And then I can just simply click on the X to close this box here. I've reviewed my document. So remember, don't get lost. You know you're in the review tab here. That's what you have selected. So just pop all the way back to home. And don't get lost or get confused. The last thing that I wanted you to do in this document, in this task, is to insert an image. So the timetable that we had done up is like a sports timetable or a gym timetable. So what I wanted you to do, and I know you have a footer inserted here also, so just below your table, if you click below the table, and if you have that option available to you on whatever device you're working on, if you can insert an image. Now I haven't put an image in. I want you to just make up your own mind. So the choice is yours. So I want you to put an image in that relates to the timetable. So in other words, either an image of the gym or people at the gym, or an image of some gym equipment, or an image of maybe one of the sports that we had listed in the timetable, like swimming or yoga or whatever you like. So just an image that is reflective of the information or the data that you have in the table. So a couple of ways to do that. I'm going to show you 2. So very simply, you can come up here to insert. You can come to pictures and see the little drop down arrow there. That means I have more options. So if I click there, I am going to go to, I don't have any photos of gym equipment or sports saved to my computer. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to click on online pictures. It'll just take a second or 2 to load. My Wi-Fi has been a bit uncooperative today. So in here, I'm just going to type in gym. See what I get. Do I like something in here that comes up? Okay, so some of those are okay. Let me see if I type in sports. Let me see what sports looks like. No, not so fussed on those. Let me type in yoga. Okay, so I like some of the ones in here. So I'm going to click on that one there. That's the one that I'm selecting. So you can see there's a little check mark in the box here. Okay, and I'm just going to, down here, it says insert, and in brackets is the number 1. That is this image here that I've selected. So I'm going to click insert. And in a moment or 2, my image should be in there. Okay, perfect. So I am just going to select this text here because I don't want this text visible. So I've highlighted it and I'm going to hit my backspace key. I'm getting rid of that. Next thing I want to do is just resize this image. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so I'm going to undo that. I'll just show you again. So the best way to get your image evenly dispersed or to an even size within the margins on the page, come to the bottom or top corner when you have this when you have that little white double-ended arrow. If you just click and drag on your mouse, you can make it whatever size you like. So I'm probably going to stop maybe there. And I'll click outside it. Okay, so that's my image added into the document. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Give it a go. Actually, I'll also show you the other way that you can add an image. So what I'll do is I'll click on this one and I'll delete that. So you can go to Insert, Pictures, drop down, Online Picture, okay? Sometimes I feel that the image choices can be a little limited here. So you can also just go to Google. So click on Google. I'll just open up a new tab. And in Google, I will search, let me see, if I type in gym, and then I don't want any data on gyms. I just want pictures only. So I'm going to go to images. And here's pictures of gym, whatever. Okay, so if say I want this picture here, so I'm going to right click on the image, come down to copy image, left click on copy image, pop back into my timetable document. My flashing cursor or my blinking cursor is here. So if I'm happy enough that that's where I want it on the page, that's fine. I'll maybe just tab down one or two. I'm just going to right click, and in my paste options, I'm going to paste my picture. So I left click to paste my picture inside the document. Same thing, if I click on it and I want to change the size of it, I wait for my double-ended arrow, my white double-ended arrow there, I hope you can see it. Hold my finger down on the mouse and drag it. I'm just going to come to the middle and just make that a bit broader. Okay, so I hope that helps. Don't worry about it too much. If anyone is stuck, give me a call and I can go over it with you on a one-to-one. We can set up a Zoom or a Teams and we can go over it individually. But I hope it's helpful and I hope you enjoy maybe having a go. All right, okay everyone, take care. Talk to you soon.